didn't want to go
Don't put me
live.
on it, but
I'm
yeah.
not gonna put you on
That's
it.
cool.
No worries. Let's get out of this bed because we gotta do a boom, baby, boom. It is snowing the fuck out here, bro. It's snowing outside. Oh my god, woke up to the most beautiful snow and it's all sticking and clumping. And I did a video and I'm doing photos and we're all tucked in the bed. And that's to get warm, get to do the morning motivation. While my girl points at my naked ass dancing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, that's what blankets are for, baby love. That's what blankets are for. All right. Morning motivation, baby. I never get to do it from the bed, but never do I get to do it when they're snowing. And this morning's motivation is literally the best one because you need to know about a snow job, right? Michelle, are you familiar with a snow job? You've never heard the snow job before?
No.
Yeah, a snow job is a job that performs something that makes you forget yourself. So, when they were on the Elvis movie, Saints Addiction, Mark Saint, I'm here to host. You know, I do this every morning, and this is my show. This morning it's snowing, and this is why you need to know about the snow job. When they were filming the new Elvis movie, you remember with Tom Hanks did a new Elvis movie? You seen it yet? No. Well, on it he calls it the snow job, and the snow job is this high intensity moment that gives you a distraction from why you spent the money. So Elvis, stadiums, sports, concerts are all snow jobs because you'll spend 300, 600, $900 and because it gave you a memory, you'll be like, sure, money spent. Not let me get my money back, not hey that movie sucked. Like we did last night, Beetlejuice sucks. Beetlejuice, the second one sucked so bad last night. We'll never get those 3 hours back. We watched it even for free and we still need our money back. Like, don't get us started, right? Like this morning, we won't get started. But that's a snow job. We got convinced to watch Beetlejuice again. Because of the success of the other one, we lined up like a cow to the slaughter to get our heads cut off again. And that's what we do. Let's say this message is brought to you by Broken Vapes. Boom, boom, boom. Mention Saints Addiction, 15% off. And bless you, baby love. Don't go, don't go, don't go. You just keep blessing. I got a tissue for you. There it is. So while it's snowing, let's talk about snow jobs that either you pulled on yourself or someone pulled on you. But odds are there's a snow job for you and you just didn't know that you were in the snow. I'm gonna wait for you, Michelle, to like this blunt. I know. Bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. So, first snow job is probably denial. You know, you don't want to talk about it, but go ahead, get yourself comfortable. You don't want to talk about it, but whatever denial you deny yourself, maybe you deny your ignorance, maybe you deny your effort, maybe you deny your actual impact in your life. But that'll be the first snow job, and it's the worst snow job because it includes time. Time will go by, snow will go by, but will you get by? Right? Like with your thoughts, your equations, the way you act, are you getting by? Probably not. Probably you're in a snow job and you think that all the people at the bar are your friends and that everybody loves you because when you're drunk, everyone loves each other, right? And that you got no problems because as soon as you get a problem, there's a screwdriver to fix that. And then you're just a happy go lucky drunk, aren't you? How many happy go lucky drunks do we know? Not many. That's the great con job. That's the great snow job. That when we were watching last night, stupid fucking Beetlejuice, they had a soul train and everybody was skinny dancing a disco to get on the soul train to go get their souls to the other side of the afterlife. It was the stupidest thing I ever saw. Healthy people dancing, happy to go to death. It made no fucking sense. But that's how it is. Every commercial you've ever seen, Michelle, as I'm talking to you, Smirnoff, always healthy people smiling. No one's throwing up. No one's at the bathroom. No one's crying. They're all just happy, fit, and fuck, man. You're like the cigarette commercials. They got all their teeth. and they're happy, and you're just getting sold a con job, snow job, and you need to know when you're getting snowed over. The worst part is to snow over yourself. That's the first one. Denial and what was the word? The word? Idiocracy. Idiocracy is only going to capture you in more snow, and then you won't be able to see your forest through the trees. You won't be able to understand what's going on with you in your real life, and that's the scariest snow job of them all. Denial. Not just a river in Egypt. How long did I hold that? 6 seconds. It counts the seconds. Yeah. So let's smoke this blunt. Where'd it go? Bless up, everybody. Definitely join Weed Club. Don't get in a snow job. Present your card to someone else. Show them that you're not a cop and that you're ready to rock and smoke. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Make sure I got these live chats on. Cool. So that was the coolest part, is because it was so honest in that movie with Elvis Presley. But if that's not true, you two selling $14,000 tickets to the opening of the Sphere, $9,000. Michelle, like, what the fuck are people on? But for the first time, like a Titanic ride, how proud are those Titanic people right now?
Oh,
Right, bro. Snow jobs are everywhere. You could think it's the maiden flight. It could be the first kill. You could think that someone else is doing good out there. You ready for the next biggest snow job? No, the biggest one that's been getting us all? Try to take a guess. Social media.
mm.
Social media is the biggest snow job of them all. Let's bless up real quick. Because we're all busy pretending that we're not lonely. What's the one girl that was dancing around in her underwear this morning, talking about celibacy and wanting to do Turk contest? And she was the complete dichotomy of not having sex but dancing sexual. But I'm not lonely. But let me post three photos of me dancing sexually alone and talking about my celibacy. The foremost on our minds. Have you ever been at a bus and someone started talking to you about pregnancy? I have. I've had one lady come into my shop talking about an abortion once. We were doing like an oil change or something, and I'm like, why are you telling me this? Foremost on your mind. Social media is like that. We like the virtue signal. We do. We like to think to convince other people that we got our shit together. Yeah, everything's fine. I'm not lonely over here. I'm just dancing alone and mentioning celibacy, but that's not really what I mean. It's kind of like reverse projection. Projection is putting the way you feel out on someone else. You're projecting out to the world that you feel a certain type of way, that you're more successful than you are, that you're not as scared as you are, and that you're not as happy as you are. And we spend all of our time convincing everybody of our avatar. That's a scary situation. Participating in social media is the biggest snow job I've seen in a long time, because you only think it's like 0.3 seconds, 2.3 seconds, your finger flicking, and then 3 hours goes by. 3 hours that you could have been a different alibi. You could have been painting a masterpiece, writing a new novel, learning how to play piano. And what did we do? We finger fuck our phones. We just do. We finger fuck our phones as if we're finger banging our high school days away and that it's okay. As if our dreams are going to come knock on the door and offer us some kind of opportunity. Well, it won't. We will always be giving ourselves a snow job when we entertain ourselves every Sunday. I talked about that because now it's your team, right? So you can't leave your city, and now you got to buy all the jerseys, and now you got to go to that certain bar, and now you got to go to every home game. Now you got to have season tickets. How many products don't you think they wish that they had? It's a product. The NBA, NFL, Nike, it's a product. Adidas, you name it, Puma. And then you go like, I have to succumb to this buying purchases. I thought about authenticity and how hard it is to be authentic and fashionable because there's so much repetition. You can't be authentic buying everything Nike. You can't be authentic buying everything Nike. Everybody will be able to get the same catalog that you get and buy the same thing that you have, and now you're a carbon copy. Nobody talks about that snow job. Nobody talks about the snow job. Guess how much it costs to make a fucking Jordan shoe in Vietnam?
Mhm.
Take a stab.
$2,
Higher than that.
$10.
Less than that.
I don't know.
7. How much do they retail for? 200. That right there is a snow job. If you didn't believe, well, first of all, Francis Mark St. Arnault, Bernard Arnault, the third richest man in the world, will not be the richest man in the world anymore. There goes Louis Vuitton. There goes Moet. There goes Hennessy, which they all own a percentage of. And there's some other, I think they bought Yves Saint Laurent too. All of these, even I think Gucci's having a tough time as a label as well. All of them are just labels. They're just another brand. You remember your boy Zara? Is there a Zara in the mall? Yeah, what is it? It's called Zabath or something with a Z. I think it's Zara. Zara. Zara is a famous. He's the one that started. I think he started Forever 21 and became a retail giant. I think he's out of South America. Nobody knows about this dude, but billionaire. The dude that owns that, billionaire by selling you a bunch of cheap plastic fucking polyester clothes for fucking real money. That's a snow job. I won't put snow on you, dude. I sell shirts to make a living. Do we need any more shirts? Probably not, but I love putting out a message. That's just me. And that's the way I want it to be. I had to take the snow off of me. That was denial. I had to take the snow off the social media because it was just sucking up all the time. I've posted 6,000 times on Instagram, 7,000 times on Instagram. I used to get up every morning before I did the morning motivation, and I used to write out a morning thing on the toilet with the caps locks, all perfect, with 30 hashtags for almost 3 years straight. Are they going to give me my time back? Should I have been sitting there enjoying my shit? I don't know, but I don't want to have any snow. That I do know. I fly every south every winter. It's November. I got a flight tomorrow and I get back to Vegas. I don't think there'll be any snow in Vegas, but it's time to go south. It's time to get to the Philippines. My friend's fucking kicking fucking turtles and shit. Miles was bitching about turtles not seeing any and he almost stepped on one. Like a 3 meter one, big ones in the Philippines. You can always put snow on yourself. But there's another snow I never want you to do, and I tell Michelle this all the time, and that's cocaine. Drugs are a big snow job because they give you temporary relief for a situation that needs permanent relief. And the tough part about it is we'll get in it and we'll be like, you know what? I just want to be at ease. It's starting to snow a little bit less. Is that turning into rain a little bit? And ease, comes with a little bit of work. If you want shade, you got to plant a tree. And I don't know many people that are patient enough to wait for the shade of a tree or ambitious enough to go find some shade or create a shade structure. The snow job is when you placate yourself, and I'm kind of doing like little band-aids on cuts that are a lot deeper than skin. And that's why drugs take precedence so prevalently in all of us, is that we all self-medicate. We're self-medicating this morning. Coffee self-medication, alcohol self-medication, instead of having conversations with ourselves. That's the point of denial. The dude was literally, Tucker Carlson was having 3 cocktails in the morning thinking it was normal. And he literally was such an addict. Didn't he say when he was on the freezer, once they got the disposable ice maker, he was like, what do you mean? All I have to do is drink, drink, drink. And then I look at him like he's a lab rat. All I have to do is little heroin, little bit of acid, whatever they give the rats, methamphetamines. They test it all on rats. And then you'll be the rat that all you do is go back and forth from the ice maker to your couch. We outside, bro. Like I keep screaming it, we outside. And when I'm out with my friends and we're rolling, we outside like we're fucking 6 years old again, bro. Like, what's up, man? 8 years old. You want to come on your bike? Feels so good. I'm telling you, Michelle, feels so good that people are like, hey, what's up? Instead of say, what's up? We go, we outside. We're not on the couch. That's the biggest thing to be aware of. It's like you're not on the couch, is really what you're saying. The snow job is to sit there. The snow job is like, oh, I'm programmed. I know what I want to be. I'm going to be there on Friday. There's that, episode that I have to see. And, like, what was it? Game of Thrones was parking people. And What else was parking people? All these things are designed to park us. They're gonna find this guy that looks really weird, writes an episode of Lord of the Rings or something, and then you're just in it for 10 seasons. And I like Billionaire, but I only catch the YouTubes and the explits, the little shorts, but I never watched the whole season. The only season I ever watched, Michelle, can I tell you? I was really sick once, and my friend came by and she gave me the whole 10 disc set, yes, CDs, DVDs of, wait for your face, Sex in the City.
Oof. I
Oh,
was gonna say Grey's Anatomy.
no, Sex in the City, girl. It is amazing.
Everybody loves that show.
I'm on my knees. What'd she say? I'm on my knees, but I got him by the balls. Blowjobs. Samantha. And then the creativity of women talking to themselves and being honest. He just sat on my white couch with no underwear. He had his ass on my white couch. Charlotte losing it with her OCD, right? Who else was in that bitch? Carrie and her internal monologue going back and forth.
I didn't watch Sex and the City.
I totally watched it, the whole seasons, and only because I was sick, but to sit there and process something and go like, if I didn't have that time and I wasn't sick, it would have never happened. But to see perspective, getting to see that like there are people that are having a whole different life. I'm watching them live their life, right? Instead of actually being outside. Where's my love story? It's right here. Where's my travel? Where's my story? And that's what we forget to do. Where our snow job is to go pay attention to a whole different series and forget that we not writing the chapter of our lives. And that stunned me. I think I was in Ireland, Michelle, when I saw this, but it was on the side of a building and it said only you can write the next chapter. And I'm just like, that's the fucking truth, you know? And here's the other snow job, and me and you have to have a face to face about this. Fear. Fear is a massive snow job. False expectations appearing real, you will constantly keep yourself inside that little square, just like a rat, just like the maze, just like the cheese, because of fear. And I'm not trying to pull a Matrix moment on you and be like, oh, the bullets aren't real and the walls will just melt away and I'm not a real being. I can go, fight, in a dojo and be good at kung fu instantly. That's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about the fear that we're expecting someone else to be mad at us, right? Embarrassment when no one's actually watching. Got to tell you statistics, Michelle. I do went to college, and the first day we went into psychology. It was like, how are we feeling? Do you get it? How do we feel it? It's like everybody feel a little self conscious, and we're like, what? And he's like, yes, 80% of you believe that 80% of you is watching. Everyone's watching you. But if 80% is the number, it's statistically impossible for everyone to be watching you. So we all felt like someone's watching us because about 100 university kids, kids under 21, coming into Psych 101 in a big classroom, big room, about 100 kids. And yeah, it's impossible to focus on one person when the other 99 exist. And that fear will be the first thing that controls you. My favorite is, and I'll say that again, was the nurse that said, I'm a hospice nurse. Old people die daily. I'm the happiest person I know. She said, I'm the happiest person I know. And she's right. She was a pretty jolly person for someone that worked at the hospice. But she's like, let me tell you something that these old people are telling me with their last dying breath. I wish I never gave a fuck what Deborah thought down the street. I wish I never cared what that bitch thought. That means you get to wear what you want. That means you get to go where you want. You get to do what you want. And that freedom exists. That's Saints Addiction's mission, is the freedom. And you don't have any freedom if you're controlled by fear. And it sucks because you don't know how much fear that we put on ourselves. I had to tell Michelle, I've seen real fear. You don't know real fear. You don't know South Korean prison and never been to South Korea and not speak the language. Being locked up in a solitary confinement with a 5-year bid over your head over 3 grams of weed. I'll show you fear. Show you fear traveling the world without no money, not knowing if you're gonna make it, and be like, damn, dude, I fucking made it. The fear of what will happen if you leave your box. I had no idea. I was just quite curious what would happen if I leave my box. Do you know how I started traveling, Michelle?
Mm-mm.
You don't know this? I was me and Cheddar were out in this hot tub at my condo. Had a hot tub, and we were just snorted some lines, and we grabbed some beers. Told you Coronas and lines of cocaine, and we're watching this lunar eclipse. It's like 2017. You can look it up, and or 2007. There was a lunar eclipse, right? And I'm having a drip. That means the cocaine's getting absorbed in my nose because I'm laying down and I'm looking up, right? And my feet are dangling in the hot tub. I'm just laying down and I'm looking up and I'm wondering who else is seeing this? Like, I'm beamed up to this moon, beam me down to China. All of a sudden, I'm just some little Chinese dude in a taxi, 8 lanes of traffic. Beam me down to Spain. All of a sudden, I'm in this room like a fly on the wall, and a couple are making love. They're fucking hella hard. Beam me down to anywhere. And I had nowhere to pick, right? Because I ain't been nowhere ever. Right? Like I was like literally not a traveler yet. And it just was like that right there was more of a curiosity than a fear. And one of my favorite things they ask these Hollywood actors is like, what's some of the best advice you ever had? And one of yours is your boy Tom Holland, the English boy that's Spider Man. You know what he said? Turn nervous into excitement. Turn nervous into excitement, man. You know, we get so nervous and it shuts us down. We should be excited. I'm excited to scream, I love my life. I'm excited to hear someone else get back. I'm even excited to startle someone. At least they snap the fuck out of it, man. Stop chasing the cheese. Get out of the maze. Wake the fuck up. That's the fucking snow job, dude. Get out of the snow. Get out of your head. You know, go for walks. It'll snap you into nature, and you'll be like, oh shit, that's right. I am one with the planet. All right, that I'm just a little speck on the planet. Hell, not even the specks on the planet are as many as the stars. Did you ever hear that? That there's more stars than there's specks of sand in the ocean. What? You never heard that? Yeah, dude, like just mind blown. And way bigger than us, way smaller than us, and all these other things, and so far away from us. And we're all just in us. We're in this snow job, snowed in our own anxiety and fear. And I think it's the worst, bro. And that's why I challenge myself to do something different every day. I challenge my fear, I challenge my perspective. And it's paid me dividends, like to believe in myself and be like, nah, man, that's not the way this is gonna go. I literally smoked a blunt in the middle of the fucking into the movie theater. I was in with my friend and nobody was in the movie theater, and it was Star Wars. You know, after they played the first three series, the 4, 5, and 6, and they were starting on number one again. It was a big deal. Anyway, I started smoking this blunt, and these guys came in, and they're like, "You guys got to get kicked out." Then they like kind of called the security, and then they're like gonna call the cops, and I was just like, "No, man, give me my refund." And I got my refund, got my money back, and got to walk away. And my friend go, "What the fuck did you just do with your Jedi mind trick? Like you should have for sure got busted." I'm like, there were no signs, right? I mean, like, it doesn't say you can't smoke in the movie theater, right? There was no one in there. I was straight, start, splugged up the biggest blunt. We got halfway through that shit, too. We would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddlesome kids. But anyway, got my refund. No fear. And I'm always shocked by brazenness or ballsiness or cockiness. It's got to be audacity to threaten your life with something different. Just you'll be scared. Change is so hard, and you'll be like, "Oh no, what am I like without cigarettes? Oh no, what am I like if I'm skinny? Oh no, what am I like if I'm actually do travel?" And then you find out. This scaredy cat next to me is a ballsy bitch. She's my fucking ride or die. All of a sudden now she's driving in the snow. All of a sudden I'm on the back of her fucking motorbike on a fucking scary ass island that I almost lost my life on, and she's over here like headphones, smoking a J, handling it every morning with the tight traffic. Not scared? No. What happened? The anxiety disappear?
Yeah.
Are you excited? Oh, you enjoy the freedom, don't you? That fresh jungle juice going through your hair, that air. Oh no. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. We are free at last.
Yes.
And that's it. That's the freedom I'm talking about. Freedom from fear. It's a fucking snow job. It'll keep you in your house like the snow. It'll keep you in your mind like your thoughts, and you'll be stuck on stupid. Probably finger fucking your phone again and trying to figure it out and wonder why nothing's happening. Probably one, you're not getting outside. Probably two, you're not getting emotion because emotion creates emotion. And to change your emotions, you got to create motion. And then all of a sudden now you're active, and that's fear's biggest issue. They'd love for us to all sit still. They don't want us to gather. I saw my friends doing some posts, or someone I just added, that not my friend. I just added them on LinkedIn, but they had like a group of 30 people, and I was like, power. Power is all I thought. Look at this group of people, smart motherfuckers, all hobbing together for Google, all doing the Y Combinators, and all of them speaking eloquently at these New York functions and shit, doing almost like a podcast and interviews. One was an ex Navy SEAL. Everybody's riveted. You know what I mean? Everybody's wearing at least $1,000 worth of clothes. Everybody's hair's did. Mine's not. It's just that level of freedom, that you're not afraid to grab the microphone, that you're not afraid to say your voice and project it loud and get up in front of people and not care what they think. You're here to say what you feel, or your perspective, and not keep it controlled by someone else because they didn't like what you were saying. Everybody has a voice. This is a democracy. This is literally the fundamentals of debate. I love debate class. I was in debate class because you had to do both arguments. You had to be on the A side and the B side, just like a fight. There's an A side and there's a B side fighter. You want to watch the Jake Paul fight because you want to see him get knocked out. He's the heel and he plays that role well. You're getting a snow job. Did we get snow jobbed for the last Jake Paul Tyson fight?
Yeah.
Everybody did. Y'all let him cash a check on you.
Oh, sad.
Just like that. Snow jobs everywhere, y'all. Snowing outside today. Kind of quit just now, but rest assured, there'll be something snowing your vision. There'll be something where you're out in the cold and you're not getting it, and that's the thing you might want to be working on. All of us, all of us might want to be working on something because it's a hell of a drug. You know, cocaine, fear. Um, uh-huh. Yeah. It's all fucking with you and you don't even know it. That's a hell of a drug. So perspective, get some awareness, raise some, fear, lose some, and get with it. Because that's what it is. I literally challenge myself and I challenge you. Challenge you to take control of your mind, body, and soul, and get some self-control, and then get rid of the fear and watch what will happen. There's literally my life story. I don't have to keep telling it. I'm living it. I'm gonna keep recording it too. So you know what it is. Follow the show. Follow people that go around the world. I found out my Berlin video now has 20,000 views. Huh. You know, you never know. Do one video and it pops off. Do go over to rokenvapes.com. These are my boys. They're Fam Bam. They sent me the pro and it's been working like Shazam. It's so pretty. I can see the reflection. And it's the best way to smoke on the market. You mentioned Saints Addiction, and you get 15% off your whole order. What a blessing. Smoke and review on Instagram. Saints Addiction on Instagram. Join Weed Club on Instagram. Don't forget to join Weed Club for sure. And this is an international way for all of us to have stoner information and start communicating with the laws and weed rules and weed quality around the world. And as always, peace and love. It's snowing today in Chigaton. That means goodbye, but not forever in Phoenix. And I'll let you see the pretty snow now that it's stopped. Now that it's stopped. This is the aftermath. Don't live in fear. It's still kind of coming down, but this is what it looks like, y'all. First snow of the season. Seasons change. Things rearrange. And tomorrow I gotta be in Vegas. Changing the scene. You know what I mean. Peace. I'll see you guys on the other side. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That's how this whole message gets spread. I do it for free every day and every morning because I want people to reach that one person that needs it the most. So give it to that person that needs that motivation. Stay motivated, and then go over to Motivated Juice on Instagram as well, and check out my new website, Sight in an Hour. Peace. I love you guys. Peace. It's